We may be a minute early. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another session of Pulaski Court. Got some business to take care of today. Not a whole lot, but just glad to be here and glad to see everyone here. As normal, we will do a moment of silence, and then I've asked our coroner, Brother Clyde Strunk, to lead us in the pledge. But first of all, any prior concerns for the community, anything we need to take part in?
I ask that we pray for the Larkin family and the loss of Alan this week, so,
Quite a shock.
and the grieving process they'll have to go through.
Yes. Appreciate that, Mark.
Judge, I've got a 19-year-old grandson, Lucas, that's got sarcoma cancer. He's in Cincinnati in the hospital.
Wow.
They're treating him. I asked the county to pray for him.
Thank you. Thanks, Jim. Also remember the Dennis Tyndall family. Many of you were acquainted with him, a banker, loan officer that passed away Friday, I think. His funeral is today at 1 o'clock, so just remember him in your prayers. Any other? All right, we'll observe a moment of silence, and then Mr. Clyde will lead us in the pledge. Thank you. Everyone, please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we get started, I wanted to introduce an intern in my office this summer. It's Katie Beth Mounts. She's going to be a junior at Pulaski High School, and she's interested in the legal profession, so she's worked in our office this summer and done a great job. We've got her for a couple more weeks here, I guess. So, Katie Beth, stand up so everybody can see you. Thank you.
Thank you. First item of business on our agenda this morning would be to approve the minutes of the June 25th court meeting. I think everyone has a copy in front. Do you have any deletions, comments, or additions to that? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as read.
Motion.
Frank makes a motion, and do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Wilson. Any comments, other additional comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. In old business, we have a e-cigarette bid opening presented this morning by not a jailer, but assistant.
The jailer apologized for not being here. He has a large group at the jail he's having to tend to. I'm Skip Norfleet. I'm the chief deputy.
I've got the bid here, and I'll go ahead and open it. It's only one bid, looks like, right? This is from Crossbar. And it just has a price sheet for all their different products. So, 24 milligram tobacco, 24 milligram menthol e-cigarettes, $3.89 each for the product, plus the $1.50 Kentucky vapor tax on e-cigs for a total of $4.39 per e-cigarette, looks like.
To accept for review.
Second.
Mr. Strunk makes the motion to review, and Mr. Renshaw seconds. Any other comments, questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
I'll give that to you. Thank you, sir.
Next item of business will be a new business authorizing a resolution for Connect Community Village. As you know, the House Bill 1 in the budget this year appropriated $1.5 million per year for the next 2 years for the Connect Community Village. And it has to be a resolution passed through this court for us to handle the funding. It comes through fiscal court for their community they're going to grow and develop out east.
Have you received that resolution yet from?
I have.
Okay.
I think you have a copy there. You want to read it?
Okay, now you can just summarize it. I think that's what you're
Go
doing.
ahead. Go ahead and add to it.
No, it's fine, you're doing great.
All right. We just have to pass that through court to handle $1.5 million this fiscal year and also 1.5 next year for a total of $3 million. The state requires us to pass this and also a description of the project for the next 2 years, and we have to ask again next year to do the same thing for another $1.5 million. But right now, it's 1.5 coming our way. And Virginia is here also that directs it, and she has got to fill out some paperwork for us to accept the money. But all I'm asking right now is a motion to approve this resolution.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Wilden makes a motion to approve, and Mr. Ranshaw seconds. Any discussion on this?
Just for the record, this doesn't cost the county anything out of their budget.
It does not. We are only as a pass-through for the money from the state. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. You should have a list of deputies. It's not on the agenda. I've had a request from Amber at the park to hire part-time deputies for security there. The constable we've hired is not able to be there all the time, and we're needing additional support. I do want to give a shout out to Amber. We had a great show on Saturday. This weekend was packed out at the park for the fireworks show. We had a band on Saturday playing, and I was down there, and it was a massive crowd, and we did have to have additional security that day with the constable and a deputy or two to control traffic. So that's the reason we put these names up before the court to make it official. They will be filling in when the constable's not able to be there, and also additional security when we have events at the park, and we just wanted to make it official. I'll read the names to you, and I just need a motion to approve additional security as needed. Trent Massey, Branson Patterson, Danny Peevely, Preston Pittman, and Alex Wesley. They have signed up to do additional security there as needed, and Amber said sometimes we do need additional security to control the crowds and stuff that go on at the park. We are really blessed to have such a good park. A great venue for things to happen for our county, and I appreciate all that Amber's doing because she done a bang-up job for the weekend, and it was a long day on Saturday for her and the rest of the maintenance crew. If you haven't been to the park, it really looks nice. And also a shout out to Nancy Farr Department. They put off the fireworks Saturday night, and it was about a 40-minute show, and it was just awesome. Only thing it done, it scared a few dogs away. So.
It must have been when Johnny Ashbrook lost his dog.
He lost his dog in it.
Found it though.
Pup worked hard on that too, and I appreciate it. Doing a good job.
I need a motion to approve the additional hire of these deputies.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranshaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Strunk. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I think we're moving on down to the department reports. The first up will be the sheriff.
Good morning. I also would like to add just a couple of things to the agenda that's not on there, just real quick. I want to First of all, just to let the public know our calls for service. We went through and checked our calls for service for the Pulaski County from January the 24th through June the 24th. Got a list of them here. They go from everywhere from opening car doors all the way up to murder, unfortunately. But we had, in those 6 months, we had 12,000 calls for service. So over 12,000 calls for service. I just want to let the public know that we are extremely busy, and I want to congratulate my guys on taking those kinds of calls. Secondly, I'd like to thank the vest money grant came in a couple weeks ago. That was during that special call meeting, so I wasn't allowed to present that, but I gave the money to Chris already. So they'll come in for a vest, to get the vest. On top of that, we found out that, or a citizen found out that those vests are just handgun rated per se. So he found that out. So he took it upon himself, y'all may have seen it in the paper, but he took it upon himself to contact some dealerships. So I'd like to just mention those that had gotten these ballistics for our vest, if anybody wants to see. They're quite heavy, but they gave us one for every single employee that we've got, including court security and school resource officers. So I commend them for doing that. That was Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, Modern Securities, Alton Blakely Family of Dealerships, Toyota of Somerset, and Captain Kerry York and Kyle Cummins in particular for heading this up. Them two, Kyle Cummins especially, heading up with the captain. They're the ones who got this together and got us those ballistic vests that we can put into. What they do is the outer vests that we've got, they just open up and these slide right in, so you don't have to wear them all the time. If you go on a hot call, something like that, you can slip them in and you have that extra protection. So with that being said, now I'll move on to what's on the agenda is the audit from May 1st, 2023 through April the 15th, 2024. The total amount collected from the sheriff's office was $35,923,451.68. This amount included land taxes, tangible tax, franchise, bank franchise, and mineral taxes. During the state revenue audit and the county settlement, a difference of $477.68 was due to the districts. I handed out those papers. That's the bottom line item on your thing, what was due to the districts. I asked the court to approve the findings for the county settlement for 2023.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Renshaw. Do I have a second by Mr. Wilden? Any comments?
I do have one. Just so the community at large is aware of, $30 million does not come to county government of this money that you mentioned. From what I'm seeing here, only $2,365,000 $18. Is that what came to the county? No, I'm sorry, $2,370,192.
Yes.
So that's the money that Pulaski County Physical Court gets to help run our budget. The rest of those funds goes to the school system, health, extension, and library. So I just want to make that clear that we, as county officials, because people think that we get all that money. We don't. We get a very small portion of that $30 million.
I'm grinning because that's a very good point, because I'm glad you brought that up. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office doesn't get that money either. When I say we collected it, we're responsible for collecting it. We don't get to keep that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's right. So I just want to educate the citizens on that.
All right.
Any other comments? Have the motion on the floor. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
right,
Thanks,
thank
Bobby.
you.
Next on the list will be our Coroner Clyde Strunk with personnel.
Apparently, I'm a very hard guy to work for. I had one of my part-time deputies quit me, and not my deputy, excuse me, part-time transporter. And so to replace him to be part-time on-call only gets paid if he's actually taking someone to Frankfurt for us for an autopsy. And thankful we've got Mr. Matt Johnson, who works for the EMS. He's a captain there with EMS, and Mr. Matt Johnson is willing to be on call. We'll work the schedule around with him and the other transporter. So we'll make sure we've got someone on call at all times if we can make sure we get this done. But so I'll need to replace Dylan Groves with Mr. Matt Johnson as a part-time transporter.
I need a motion to approve that. Herb. Mr. Turpin makes the motion, Mr. Strunk seconds. Any comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thanks, Clyde. Let's skip down to solid waste, Mr. Danny Maston.
I'm here to court this morning to present our 2024-25-109 board proposed budget that was voted on by our board. If you have any questions, I can answer anything. We will have to amend this budget pretty quick since the passing of one of our board members last month. So.
We do not need a vote on this. You're just presenting it.
Yes.
It's already been approved by your board.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions? Thanks, Danny.
Thank you.
Now we'll back up to the road department. I'll ask for a 3,000 ton of rock. I don't have anybody here from the road.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Wilson for 3,000 ton of rock. Should I have a second? Mr. Wilden? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Road list is in front of you. I have a speed limit on First District on Keeney Road, 25 mile an hour. I need a motion to accept that.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Wilson, second by Mr. Turpin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Now, the rest of the road list, as you see, I don't think we have anything else on speed limit. Need a motion to approve the road list.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranshaw,
Second.
second by Mr. Turpin. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The road list passed. We'll move to finance. Carissa?
I'm looking for approval for the month of July's bill list.
Motion to approve.
Mr.
Second.
Strunk- Mr. Strunk makes a motion to approve bill list. Mr. Ranshaw seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes. I want to make a comment. I think we have the audit in front of us. The audit was released last week, the 2023 audit. That would be 6 months of the previous administration and then 6 months, first 6 months of my administration. We got the audit did have 9 findings on it. Most of them were from past that they're repeat findings, but we did close the gap down from 14 the last audit down to 9 this time. Getting better, still got a ways to go, but we are working with the state auditor and their associates how to better improve our audits. I think we're on a good path forward, and I think we will improve. I expect nothing less. And by our 24 audit, we are going to be in the process of starting it in the next couple of months. So we've got some touching up to do to get to that. We don't know. I think it's going to be a private firm to do that. The state has done it the last 3 years, and they want us to probably go out and get a private auditor to do that. But we'll have a little more information on that in the next couple of court meetings. But we do see progress, and that's what I want to see going forward to get everything in line.
Judge, I had the chance to read over that audit before we received the papers here, and I do want to, say that I think for the last handful of years, we've always had findings of over 10 and sometimes upwards to 20 findings in the audit. So I appreciate you working hard with the auditors and getting them the information they can do and we got it reduced and it's going forward, and I appreciate that. So, and I'm sure the citizens of the county appreciates that. So thank you. And to Chris and her team.
Thanks, Mark.
I want to report back to the court. I talked last time about the EMS 9/911 agreement. Nothing's changing about 911, but I did send an amended agreement over to John Adams with the city attorney. So he's reviewing that. I know we're trying to get it done July 1, but bad time of the year, I guess, to try to people are out of town and stuff. So, but he's got that and looking at it, and once he gets it back to me, if there's no changes, I'll get it to you all for review, the draft. It's just a draft at this point. So just wanted to update you on that.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Because we do need to get that committee started.
Yeah, exactly.
Any other court business to come before the court? We will move to citizens' comments. If anyone has a comment, please approach the podium and state your name.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to take this opportunity on behalf of Connect Community Village. My name is Virginia Dial. I'm the founder and CEO of Connect Community Village and Bluegrass Veterans Ranch. We so appreciate your support in this. We couldn't do it without the support of our community and our government, and you all have really been a huge support for us. And I just want to take a moment to recognize that and tell you that we're well on our way now with the allocation of funds that we have received from Frankfurt. Thank you for approving the oversight of these funds for us, and we're getting plans made, we're getting estimates done, and I think that everybody, once we finish this project, the community is going to have something that they're going to be proud of to be able to serve our veterans. So thank you very much. I just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other citizens' comments?
Good morning to each of you. My name is Wallman, Dr. Randy Wallman. I know most of you, been here a long time. I want to mention the audit. The audit had its good news and bad news. The good news, we reduced some of the problems we've got. The best news, we got the best group of magistrates we've had, along with the best support staff in the county. Things are only going to get better. It's going to be up to each of you to make it better. I can't see where we can go anywhere but up. We do need to do some surveys, and each of you need to chime in with what we've got to do to make our government the best. My interest is I had a few things that have concerned me. And those of you who don't know, I've been involved with Tiger Emergency Management for about 3 years. And I've noticed, I read the budgets and I read the notes that we have, and I'm finding that emergency management is very low in the totem pole. Many of you don't know much about emergency management. Some of you do. The director we've got, Don Franklin, is probably one of the most knowledgeable people we've got in the state. Some of you are a little bit concerned with Don. Don is very vocal, he's very direct, and you have to count and grow on you. But one of the things I noticed in our budget, we have no budget for emergency management. I'm asking you to take a look at emergency management right away. See about putting a budget in it for about $350,000. What it needs to have a deputy director, assistant secretary of some nature, and maybe a part-time deputy director, like Clyde was talking about. But we need to take a look at that department. You gotta keep in mind, my friends, those of you who have never walked into a tornado, I have. My credentials are, I still have my credentials from the state. Emergency management. I carry a level 3 security clearance. I'm constantly looking at data from NIH, HHS, CDC, Homeland Security. We have things coming in from all these immigrants that are going to worry us. We're looking at primarily what will happen. In dealing with emergency management, none of you dealt with a tornado. I've been through the devastation of 2 of them. I rode in a Humvee in West Liberty. I had telephone poles on the street, police cars turned upside down, anyone that's smashed into buildings. Churches, when you open the door, there's nothing behind them. I helped set up the ambulance service, helped put in the emergency management service, and I helped put in the control center for emergency management. And we set up the hospital and the triage unit. You cannot imagine what it's like to see people coming in with broken limbs, injured. Maybe a dowel this long stuck through their body from a tornado. The devastation is awful. None of you here have been through one, and none of you here can set up for one. Another part of that is when you get into looking at some of the things that we do, when you have missing people, emergency management does it. When we have somebody drowned, emergency management does it. If we have an apartment here that has a fire, emergency management is called out. There's only one of them. Now, emergency management is kind of a strange animal. They have to be like a fire department. They got to be like the sheriff's office. They got to train. They got to have their policies in place. The first time one of you call them, say, "My child's missing," or "I have an apartment complex that's on fire," somebody calls Don Franklin and gets him out of bed to go take care of it. Now, knowing that a little bit, what happens when Don Franklin goes on vacation? What happens if Don Franklin gets in a wreck? Which one of you want to jump out of bed and go to take care of those things? None of you do. Now, I carry the credentials. I still have them. This is what they look like. Don Franklin's the most knowledgeable person we got in the county in this business. Second most knowledgeable person is me. The bad news is I'm lazy and I don't want to do it, but I'm willing to do it if you'll help him get it underway. You know what he does? This is what he should be doing for you. This is what he should be doing for us. And most of you have never seen one of these. This is a comprehensive plan. And if you take a look at it, spin through it, you see it's full of pictures. It's full of data. That's where I'll pick up for. The point I'm making is this man cannot do this job to protect all of you by himself. He doesn't have an army. He doesn't have any help. He has no secretary. He can't type that. He can't do the research. He can't get the data. Now, I was told not to make my suggestions lengthy, and I'm going to abide by that and kind of keep them to myself. But some of the other things I'm interested in, but I'd like to leave them with the judge and let the judge disperse them to you. Give you another example. You know what hydrogen dioxide ammonia is? Anybody know what that is? It's a gas. We use it at Prairie Farms Dairy out here. We'll use it in fertilizer. It's a very poisonous gas. You can't see it, can't smell it. But if it gets loose, it'll make you unhappy. Who's called to take care of that? Emergency management is. Who's the most important person we've got in this county? Who is it? Do you know? I'm not asking you to give me the answers. I'm going to tell you. You sit in front of me. You're a county judge. Who's the second most important person behind him? We don't have one. A deputy county judge. We need one. Something happens to that man, we're floating in space. And that man's doing an excellent job leading, and all of you come up with great suggestions to move us. He needs to get him a deputy. I propose for deputy Don Franklin. He has all the KRSs, which you're all scared of because you got to read them, but knows what to fix things. The other person I recommend is John Alexander, and let the judge hire him a secretary. Make this a strong unit, because this is the unit that carries the entire county. I voted for some of you. I put money in some of your elections, and I have pushed people to help you get elected. It's time that we carry forward with that. Now, if we have an emergency, a tornado comes through Pulaski County, who is in charge? County judge? No. Deputy county judge? He's not it either. Don Franklin is in charge. You'll find your KRSs. This man cannot order a helicopter in. I can. Don Franklin could. He cannot send for any kind of medical supplies. Don Franklin can. I could. Point I'm making is if anything goes bad in this county that's serious, we do not have what we need to take care of our people here. You need to get some thought to putting a budget there. You need to let him report into the judge regular and to this court regular. You need to kind of take a look at the kind of work that's going on that needs to be done. And if you go out to his place, he's in that little building where Clyde used to be, and we ought to sell that building. Put it up for sale now. If you sell it for what you want, so be it. If we don't, then turn around and lease it. But Franklin needs to be out there. He needs to be in his own building again. We built that building, and then the basement we've got what we need for emergency management. Now, I bored you a little bit with it, and the only other things I'm asking you to take a look at is move on to a county judge, and if we have any conflict of interest with people in our judges on the court, they need to take a look that we don't have conflict of interest with our fire departments, with our magistrates. I'm going to leave my file with all my suggestions, which took me 2 weeks to compile, with the judge. And if he sees fit, I'm sure he'll see fit every word of wisdom I put down is worthwhile. He's going to share it with you. And if he doesn't, I need all of you and each one of you to give as much thought as possible. Do you want to give in the middle of the night to go take care of one of these disasters? If you do, don't fool with it. But if Don Franklin dies tonight, goes to the hospital in coma, I want to know which one of you steps up to the plate and say, can I get called on the next tornado, the next flood, the next missing person, the next drowning, the next poison gas leak, the next truck wreck? If you're willing to step up to that plate, forget what I'm telling you. If you're not, I need your support to give it a look. Really, our life is in your hands on this mission, just like it's in the hands of the sheriff, right? It is. I wouldn't be a sheriff for anything. Why? I'm too fat and slow, and I don't get shot full of holes. And if I have to take somebody down, I have to go get help. I can't even take my wife down. She's shorter than I am. The only time I can talk tough is when I'm away from her. So keep in mind, everything I'm talking about is important to all of us. Judge, if you would, give it some thought, please. The other thing I'd recommend is these nameplates you got here, get a bigger one. From here, you can't read them to address anybody. If not, put X, Y, and Z and go from that, okay?
I have a follow-up comment. Did you say we don't have confidence in our fire departments?
No, I'm saying we have conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest with the fire departments.
That means if you have a person here who's on the board of the fire
You need to speak into the microphone, please.
conflict of interest means we have a person that's on our, a magistrate, it's on the board of a fire department. The fire department needs something, there's conflict of interest if that person can help. I'm asking that we look into it. The other thing, if you want to talk about fire department, we ought to ban a fire commission. That's useless. Just let everything come into the liaison and come into you. Save time. The other thing I suggest is take a look at how you're dealing with repairing the roadway trucks. You got them tied up there with the fire repairs. Fire repair trucks are being put aside to take care of the road trucks because some of you feel like you got to have those trucks on the road to take care of potholes and move dirt and stuff, and that's fine. But when your fire engines are not getting taken care of in a timely manner, and there's a fire, you have a death, you'll make all of us cry. You need to look at some other things. Now, I'm not asking for any more than I shared my notes, and the judge has shared with you. If you see anything worthwhile, do it. If you don't,
I don't understand why you're trashing the county and the fire service and
no one's trashing
Don
anything.
Franklin and the magistrates here.
No one's trashing anything.
5 years ago, this magistrates, along with the fire commission, set up an emergency fund where we're putting $70,000 in.
I know.
We have one of the best hazmat and rescue squads. We've got 2 entities that handles loss and kids and all that. We have one of the best in the system. We get the best fire departments in the whole county. We have 17 entities, and you can go and check the research on it. We have the best equipment of just about any fire department in the county. Our guys are trained. I'm happen to be a member of 3 of those fire departments.
Yes, you are.
And I take exception that you think that it's all on the DM. okay? I am FEMA certified.
I know.
I have been through some of the courses.
I know.
If there's a problem, I could probably step in and help.
I know.
We have a lot of fire departments that are also, when there's an issue like that windstorm that came through, the straight line winds, it was the fire departments that were out there taking care of that. Not it was a countywide issue, but it was the individual fire departments that were out there helping. Our fire departments are ready for any emergency in this county.
I totally agree. We
And,
were fire
and,
chiefs
and
in
this,
Louisville.
this magistrate, this court hired Don Franklin to be the DM.
Yes,
So
they
we
did.
are taking emergency management seriously.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
But that's
okay.
Good, that's a good opinion. It's fine.
Okay, we
I was
don't
waiting for
need-
you, but thank you.
We don't need a $300,000 budget. The fire fund pays for part of Don's salary. All of Don's expenses, I think, is going through the fire fund. So there's already
He has no
money
business being in
flowing
a fire
through that.
fund.
So I take exception to what you're saying about our community, our fire departments, our emergency management. We're doing the best we can. And if we can't handle it, the state has an emergency center that all we have to do is pick up a phone call, and they'll be here.
If Don Franklin does, now I take exception to what you're saying, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with the fire department. The fire department's got great people in it. I just said, don't want a conflict of interest. Want everybody to be able to compete for what they need individually without somebody leaning on them, having a friend in here. That's what I've said. So you misunderstand. Now, Don Franklin is under the fire department's budget. He should be on his own budget. He should have people. He should have location. He should be able to back you up when you come and say, we have got fire in an apartment. I need help. He has to be able to get those people running for you.
Well,
That's
he
what I
does.
said.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
We
Well,
just
he
had
does.
an emergency at the solid waste compost pile. Don Franklin was the guy that helped us get the equipment to help
Yes,
put
he
out
is.
that fire.
That's what I'm
So
telling you. He's the person. Something happens to him, who's going to be next? You?
it could be anybody.
No, it couldn't. Not anybody can get required resources from the state but him.
All it is if there's an issue and Don Franklin can't handle it, the county judge can call the state and ask
can't
for
get it.
help.
It's in your state law. I reminded to tell you, he's acquainted with it. Now, I've enjoyed visiting with you. It's been a lot of fun. I expected to hear from you, and you did. And I admire your
And as far as a
principles.
magistrate being on the board of one of the fire departments, that would be me. I'm
I
a
know.
president of White Lily Fire Department.
who you are.
I have no voting power on that department.
I know who you are.
As a president, you don't have voting power, so there is no conflict of interest.
Well, you have hearing power and hear power, right?
I have hearing power from every citizen of this county,
Yes, but you're not part of it.
which I take a lot of phone calls every day from the
Yes, you do.
citizens of this county with their issues. I
Yes,
got
you
the
do.
same amount of anybody.
Maybe.
Every one of these guys hear the same kind of issues from the county too.
Not really, but some get more than others, like maybe you do. The point I'm making is, we need to take care of emergency management and do it now before we have real disaster, and then we have real problems.
And we have moved to do that.
Thank you. You
Thank you.
make me happy. I'm glad to hear it.
Thank you. Anybody else? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion
Second.
by Mr. Wilson, second by Mr. Renshaw. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We stand adjourned.